Welcome back, viewers. And just before the break, we were talking about skills, why it's very important for women to go on to business, but have to actually acquire the skills, because what statistics and research has shown to you is that one of the barriers are skills. So we were talking about cultural barriers, racism, skills and funding. So we're on skills now. We haven't covered racism or funding yet, but cultural is a barrier, and now skills is a barrier. And you were just giving us an example about the curry industry.
Yeah.
Can you just please carry on from there?
Yes. As far as we know, the curry industry is mostly dominated by Bengali people, okay, and Bengali male. The thing is, how, if we just look at the history a little bit, how we come to curry industries. Basically, when in 60s or 50s, and when our men migrated from back home here, and then we started working in curry industries. And that time, the curry industries were dominated by Indians people, and they actually owned all of the businesses. So we get into the business, work for them, and then slowly we got the skills, and then we open the business, or we buy another restaurants. And this is how we are in the curry industries, and we made curry industry. We are very successful. As I said, that it's nearly 4.5 billion pound industry, which is huge. So that's why I was saying that skill is really important. So our men has got the skills, the right skills, and we deployed that skills in the right place, and that's why up until even 2010, I would say, and still we are very successful in curry industries.
Okay. Yeah, can I just explain that a little bit more in detail to my viewers? Viewers, what Mr. Islam is actually saying is this is a very important fact. The reason why skills is so important. So if you're a woman entrepreneur, the reason why skills is very important is an example here. We, as the Bangladeshis, came into the curry industry. We've acquired the skills that's required and actually dominated the industry. So if you're going into business, it's very, very important to acquire that set of skill when you're going into the industry, and that way your success is more guaranteed, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one more opinion. What have you found? Have you got any research or any findings on women versus men entrepreneurs? Any sort of who's better?
Well, this is difficult, yeah. But I would say the recent trend is the women are more successful in terms of managing the business, running the business, because they are more compassionate, and they are more emotional, and they look after their employees as well. So that's why the studies say that when women runs the business, this business is more successful, as well as as well as the ethnic people, the diversity. Like if I mention a little bit here, diversity is very important. So almost all of the big corporations are now trying to be more diversified, because the research showed that the company which is more diversified, they are more successful also. So if we go back to the men and women, so as I said, currently women are more successful. But the problem is, still women are far behind in the business or in this arena than their male counterpart.
That's very true, and this is one of the reasons why we believe that we should be promoting and inspiring women entrepreneurs. Now, actually, I could give you an example within my business model. I've got a book that is debt, right? That needs to be collected, and I have this male debt collector who calls up and tries to collect the outstanding debt of premiums. Now, we've changed that model, and it works so well that we've actually employed a woman now to do that, to make that phone call, and it works so well. And why is that? You know, it works so well. She's actually collecting 80% more than the male. That's the difference. It's a huge difference.
Well, this is a quite interesting story. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing this. But I would say I'm not going to take this as a general example. It's just an example. But the research and studies shows that women have got like more persistent, persuasive. They don't give up, and they take the challenge quite seriously. So if you see the business women in our society, specifically ethnic women, you will see they are more successful. Men tries different businesses, and they're also successful, some of them. But the women who got the got into the business, okay, they do not tend to give up. So this is probably one of their trait in their personality, that we take the challenge and we will see the end.
We don't give up.
We don't give up. And probably they are the fighter.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, that's a very good thing. Now we've covered skills culture. Now the other two barriers we have is funding and racism. Now racism comes to me my head a lot. The reason why is because I thought those days are gone. Racism are still in there
in the society.
Yeah. So it's there. So what's your finding on that?
Well,
especially against our ethnic minority.
Yeah. Well, if we talk about generally, if we talk about racism exists, number one, and number two is the white supremacists and the populism are increasing. Is increasing in our society, in the Europe as well, which is very unfortunate, and that has an impact. So in the perspective of business for ethnic minority people, when they start a business, you probably have heard something, definitely you have heard that someone was trying to open a business somewhere and then said, no, I'm not going to open this business in that area. That's going to be a little bit harder for me to maintain in that area. That area is more, they do not have that tolerance. Like they do not, in this area mostly, they do not tolerate the ethnic people. There are areas in the UK. So of course the government is trying to make a safer society, and but unfortunately this is in our society, and ethnic people, overall women are facing these issues. Okay, ethnic people and ethnic minority people, and if you were Muslim, you basically face double racism, triple racism sometimes. Number one, you are Asian. Number two, you are brown. Number three, the religion. Okay, whether it is Hindus, Muslim, it doesn't matter. So the race and the religion are a big issue. And previously, like in 80s, 70s, our overall the men, ethnic minority people, when they start business, they face a lot of racism. Which is
that's interesting actually. But do you feel that the racism is something that slowly but surely is going to be overcome the more ladies come on?
I believe, yeah.
Into the industry.
So when the participation is more, it has to be changed.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to say, because that's where I feel the reason for that triple barrier of racism.
This is why I personally encourage, if anyone has got anything in their mind to start a business, just start it, bang it on, and then one day some other people will come, the community will be more financially sustainable, and then probably we are giving the UK economy a lot. Yeah, we will give even more when all of the women labor, if they come forward and start working or doing business.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, funding is another barrier we mentioned. What can you say to us about funding? Why are women, are they finding funding, or there's lack of funding for women entrepreneurs?
Well, funding was a big issue in early days for ethnic people. They used to ask for a loan or went to the financial institution, and research showed that the Asian people are less likely to get a loan. We don't know why.
Wow.
But it's just, it's obviously something, probably racism and, the cultural and the other stuff's involved. But this trend is changing. Now, in 2005 or after 2005, there is a paper from Barclays Bank and RBS as well. They said that this is not true. This is just an assumption, because when we give a loan, we have to the entrepreneur the entrepreneurs have to pass certain tests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they pass all those
underwriting criteria, I
Yeah.
mean, the industry is all knowing
yeah,
that,
of course, yeah. So they said that this is not true. So if you have a good business plan, regardless your race, religion, or anything, yeah, you will get the loan. But addition to this, yeah, I just would like to add something that our ethnic people sometimes, discourage themselves to go to the bank because they think that if I go to the bank, they will not give the loan. And before they ask, they stop themselves.
Yeah.
This is probably you may know about this. Yeah. No, they will not give us the thing.
Yeah.
And another thing I would say, it's related to funding as well. We do not actually maintain our book properly. It is very important to maintain your profit and loss and balance sheet to get a good financial help from bank and other financial institutions.
My opinion in terms of funding and bank criteria, I don't know if this is true, but this is my opinion, right? In terms of underwriting these loans, I think there is something that they take into consideration is like ethnic minority women entrepreneurs, the stats in terms of how much they're succeeding and how much they're failing. So if their failing percentage is higher, the loan passing rate is going to be lower. Higher, sorry, lower.
Yeah, this is.
I think that's probably one of the criteria. So the more ladies that go into business and create successes, I think that is slowly going to change.
And significantly, as we do not. The trend is like, we do not go to the bank and ask for finance. We go to our friends and family. And this is really encouraging. The women, plus ethnic minority women, got the funding from their friends and family. So this is really encouraging. So when a woman gets help from their family and friends, including funding, that really give them even more encouragement. This is one of the issues.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for that. What sort of advice and support are there for ethnic minority women? We haven't got much long, so I just want a quick answer on that one.
Very quickly, if I say, the taking advice and support is very important. Number one, I would say that there are many consultancy services, paid, unpaid, and the government support is available. But unfortunately, we do not go to them because of, there are form filling up, this and that involved here. But we should take, because they give you the information, knowledge, and help to get the right skills. I just would like to mention something. I have interviewed someone, okay? Her business has failed after Brexit election in 2016 because of suddenly everything goes up. So she was actually looking for some kind of business help, including grants and other stuff. And unfortunately, she did not know where to go. So can you imagine that if she got the information that I need to go to my council and ask, this department or that department, and there is a option that is support option here, they will not let me down. There are. So I would say this is very important. And in addition to this, okay, we get the advice and support from friends and family again. When you start a business, ethnic minority people, usually they ask their friends and family. We do not go to the financial institutions.
So that's very important that, yes, take your advice from your friends and family, that's not a problem, but go to professional people who actually advise on that particular field. That's very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry we're in a rush. We really ran out of time. But
thank you very much.
For all the ladies out there, if you're a woman who wants to get into the world of entrepreneurship, please get out there, try it, start it, get your skills together. Like Mr. Islam said. Mr. Islam, I really appreciate everything you mentioned, but there's much more to talk about. Now, ladies, in terms of funding he mentioned, I know there is a lot of national organizations that are providing funding for women within local councils as well. So go out there and do your research and fill those forms in, because that's part of doing business. Anyway, without further ado, I'll need to end the show. If you need to email me, please do so at businesstoday@europentv.com. europeNTV.com. That's businesstoday@europeNTV.com. And I want to thank our Farshad Chaudhry, the coordinator of our program, for bringing a wonderful guest on board today. And remember, tomorrow's business is business today. See you until next time.